Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Star Wars Rebels, Season 1, Episode 11. Zach, last episode, we went to Lothal again.
Yeah, we just stayed on Lothal. I think so that's working out. And there was a temple.
Yes, has happened to be on Lothal.
Kanan took Ezra to the temple.
Yeah, so he had his Dagobah moment.
He did. He went into this cavern. He goes in there and is confronted by the Grand Inquisitor. He's also seeing visions of the Grand Inquisitor holding Kanan captive. So
he was tested. I thought it was a pretty cool episode.
And by and large, he gets his Kyber crystal.
Yeah.
And by the end of that episode, he makes his lightsaber. It looks like it's a little squirt gun with a hilt.
Yep.
A little boxed hilt.
Blaster, saber combo.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's ever been done. I'm not sure.
I don't know that it has either. I don't like it personally, but whatever. It's a kid's show.
Yeah.
And
I think it suits him.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just...
And he also isn't he's not really that good of a Padawan. Like, he's not that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he's still... I mean, honestly, that's part of the story. Is like...
Well, I get it, because people can
why do you have both?
Well, people can argue that, Luke carried a blaster and a lightsaber on Bespin. But I don't care. Yeah. Personally, I don't like them being combined. So
yeah,
I also don't like the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber. So I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like any of the Inquisitor's lightsabers' ability to spin like that. I do like the story reason why they did it though.
Well, I understand it's intimidating and aggressive.
Yeah.
And all that, but I don't like it. Don't like it.
Not my thing.
No, not my thing either. But whatever. Either way, I think the greater question would be what we discussed in the last episode, which you can go back and check out that discussion. But we talked about how he was able to complete a lightsaber so quickly with so little training.
Yeah.
In regard to the OG trilogy.
Yeah. So in the old canon, that was it talks about essentially and I mean it's really only hinted at kind of in Return of the Jedi. In the novelization, that scene I think is still there. But there's a deleted scene where Luke just essentially turns on his green lightsaber. He's like in a hut on Tatooine by himself. He's got his black robe like halfway over his face. It looks badass. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to look like this very dark moment too. Like, oh, what is he? What's he doing? Why has he got his black hood on? Mm-hmm. He turns on his saber, and in the novelization, he's flirting with the idea of having R2 do it just in case he messed something up.
Yeah.
But he talked about this was one of the tests that Jedi needed to go through, was making their saber. And then Vader, of course, says, "Oh, your training is now complete."
Yeah.
I think there's strong argument that you can say, "Oh, that's something that an advanced Padawan would do."
Yeah, and Ezra just gets crystal and does it.
Yeah, I mean Anakin. Well, so I believe Anakin, like, there's a scene somewhere, maybe in a comic, where he's putting it together and he's using a force, and it's like everything's levitating and spinning. And,
yeah. I remember seeing something like that.
Yeah, and there's also...
someone has done. I'm not sure who.
And also there's a scene in Force Unleashed where Starkiller he has a lightsaber. Sith make their lightsabers slightly differently. But he's doing like this harmonious thing, and then Vader walks in. And he drops. And Vader just interrupts and just starts talking. And you can tell he's like peeved that this guy would do that. You know what I mean?
Either way, I'm not a huge fan of his lightsaber design. It doesn't really matter to me.
You mean you're not going to go buy the toy at Walmart?
No.
No, I mean, I all I say is it's kind of part of the story. Like, why does he have both? And does he need both? Should a Jedi have both?
I do see what you're discussing, the point you made about, it definitely resembles his character.
Yeah. Well, like you said, should a Jedi have a blaster? And should he have one in his sword that is used to defend people? That's a question.
I don't know, you look at this day and age, this point in their history, I mean, it makes sense that a Padawan would do that. It does.
Yeah.
Unless he's just literally, like Kanan, for example, someone that is transitioning to the New Order.
Yeah.
And there's a period of just survival.
Yeah.
And Luke, for instance, did not have a lot of time with Obi-Wan.
No, he didn't.
And honestly, he didn't have much time with Yoda either.
No, he didn't. A few weeks.
Yeah, so he just took what he knew he could use.
Yeah.
And I just, for one, seeing the blaster on the hip and a lightsaber hanging off the belt, I mean, it adds to the utility belt, man.
I mean, it's been canonized within me. I think Luke looks cool when he has all that. I'm like, that's a good getup. That's like,
I agree. And that's what I'm at.
Yeah.
So
So
him having it all combined into one is just a little too nerdy for me to like.
it makes perfect sense. Luke, I mean, the Jedi need all the weapons they can kind of muster during the dark times. You know?
At that point, yeah.
Anyways, guys, that's just what we think. Let us know what you think. Before we jump in, if you want to support us, check out the full length reaction to this and all that we do on our Patreon. Let's jump in.
Full length. We are starting season 1, episode 11 of Rebels. In 3, 2, 1.
Sabak. I win. Not so fast.
Is that
It
Lando?
appears I have an idiot's array. Name's Calrissian. Lando Calrissian.
There you go.
Now please, introduce me to my new droid.
Is that Billy D. Williams?
I don't know. It sounds a lot like him.
Yeah.
I hate having him introduced this way, though.
Yeah.
I like Chopper.
I kinda bet Chopper.
Garazeb Aurelius, Chopper wasn't yours.
Garazeb. I got so excited when you sent me that note you did last summer pick.
Oh, absolutely.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's great they're coming back.
Yeah.
Why, thank you, Chopper. Can't believe
Well, thank Chopper.
Yeah.
I can't believe you lost Chopper. Good thing I wasn't there. You'd have bet me.
Nah, you wouldn't have covered the pot. Work reminds me of Janier's protest paintings on Biff.
January 5th is a major influence.
Well, your work is even more.
The Biff are named. The planet's called Biff.
He's just a child with no experience of the galaxy.
I don't suppose you'd like to see my more impressionistic pieces.
That's you. You're Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, fat though, and fucking.
You weren't
Not-
always fat, Shane.
Hey, what does that mean?
A lot less than he thinks.
I don't like that guy.
I usually know not to go into a new group of people and start hitting on the women. So.
Always.
Permission granted.
Grab the goods.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, As Morrigan.
That's me.
That's how you feel about yourself. It's not the same thing.
Enough prattle. You disturbed my supper. Take your cargo and go.
That's I can't remember his name, but he was in Big Trouble in Little China. He was in Kung Fu Panda. He was also in Ninja Turtles. He played the guy that turns into the ghost, which is a reference to Big Trouble in Little China.
Is he a guy for Star Trek?
Not that guy, no.
Okay.
You need food.
I seem to have lost my appetite.
But
What is the name of that fruit that Anakin's trying to get for Padme because she's having like a dinner, and then R2 and 3PO have to go get it? Remember that?
Yeah, I know. I don't remember what it's called though.
Oh, yes. Go. Go. Leave us.
Maybe that is you.
It is me. Feed it.
Oh.
The master desires a little more alone time while I change clothes in my quarters.
Anyway, they should have put a Leia and like had her fucking get some kind of little get up first. They screwed the pooch there.
They did.
Wonder what
But, you know, it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Maybe they can make use of that later.
maybe. Yeah.
Not now. She's official.
Yeah.
And I want my property back. Now.
No. He looks exactly like, I don't know what that species is. Like the guy from the end of Taken that's on the boat.
Species? The human?
Well, I don't know what species he is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he looks like
The fat Arabic guy.
Yeah.
Kanan, here is aboard.
We should probably make ourselves.
Probably make ourselves scarce. Well, hello. What have we?
Whatever. That's what I was thinking.
Or give your droid back.
What was in that crate?
Come on, I'll show
Come on.
Truffle sniffer.
Reminds me of.
Kinda cute. Whatever it is.
He just looks like a predator.
Yeah, he does. Just amazing that thing with the short little legs can get up that ladder.
Reminds me of Gravity Falls. What's his name?
Waddles.
Waddles.
Oh,
You see, you scared her.
What is going on out here?
It's a, puffer.
I don't want to know.
That was pretty good. I don't want to know.
Would you like to be a hero and fix it for me?
Funny, the only one that's buying into the charm is Chopper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, and the chick. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Hera.
Yeah. No.
No, I mean Sabine.
Yeah.
Okay, signature modulator's back online. And just in time.
Should have had that shit worked out.
Oh, he'll pay.
Scans clear, Tontine. You may proceed.
We're gonna make it!
Well, the thing expands and he expands again.
Kid, not a
Oh God. Did you die?
All ships open fire.
That is rough. Damn it, Ezra.
Yeah.
There's enough trouble just keeping ahead of these guys.
The Star Destroyer has guns.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe they want to disable it, take them hostage, take prisoners. Maybe fire on
Normally
that.
when TIE fighters shoot a ship, though, they're not stunned.
Yeah.
I think it's just, obviously, for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
What you want depends on my crew, working together in sync. Is that clear?
As crystal.
Something sexy about her.
Yeah.
She's a cartoon. She screams. That just get me. I'm telling you, just something about it. Like, I really knew what they were doing with those facial expressions.
Yeah, they do.
Pig here.
Because a puffer pig has a nose for precious minerals.
Remember Vizago?
They do.
As Morgan?
You forget I introduced you to Vizargo. I knew
No.
you were dead.
But the ship, you couldn't have hidden it anywhere close. Did you walk here? You don't walk anywhere.
I do what's
You worry too much.
That was like a sprayer. That's some risky business. No!
Ah, the pig!
You figured he'd just get huge. Oh my gosh.
Oh!
There's
Some moves.
Some moves.
You're welcome.
Get him.
That fat bastard.
all can go free.
You got it. Deal.
It's tempting, but the answer's still no.
No. Look, he
Can't even get up. Of course, they have to be altruistic.
Yeah. Not after what you pulled.
Don't worry, my small metal friend. We shall meet again.
Come on, I saved your circus. Isn't that apology enough?
Blows raspberry.
Oh, hey, Chopper stole Lando's fuel.
You mean he was playing Lando the whole time?
Job.
Of course I knew they took the fuel. That's why I didn't pay them. A gambler never shows his card. Till we meet again.
I'm really interested as Billy D. Williams.
So am
Huh?
I. So am I.
Oh, you didn't do it on there, remember?
You fool!
You gotta do it.
God damn it! You told me too late. Knew it!
He sounds great.
So, James Hong is that guy's name.
Okay, James Hong.
Hong.
Vin Diskin sounds very familiar. He's somebody too.
Ben
Ben Diskin.
Diskin.
Yeah, he's someone for sure.
He's just a TIE pilot. She's a typo.
Yeah. I mean, I think
He went, oh! And died.
Yeah. And obviously full length.
Steve Blum.
Go back to the YouTube channel, full
Hell
length.
yeah.
Steve Blum, obviously, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good one. It was just a fun episode. It's always good seeing Lando. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Pretty sleazy, you know.
Yeah, I think importantly, they were on point with this character. They're on brand. Like, he's sleazy, but he's got this charming, redemptive quality. Like, he's not going to sell, he's not going to sell you into slavery. But, he'll undercut you a little bit, so he can get his.
Yeah, and I mean, the chance was there that she would be stuck if she didn't understand what he was trying to tell her.
No, yeah, there was a chance.
He was planting the idea in her head. But
yeah.
Obviously counting on the fact that she's smart enough to pick up on that fact.
I mean, he's been alive this long because he makes people mad, but he always kind of finds a way to redeem himself. Or
it's the same idea as Han.
Yeah.
Han just isn't quite as charming.
No, not quite. And he found Leia, and he kind of got out of the life for a while, at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, we mentioned Vizago. We didn't see him yet, but obviously he's a Clone Wars character.
We saw him in this, didn't we?
Oh, shit, yeah, he's...
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Dude with the horns and all that?
Yeah, he's the devil species guy.
Yeah.
Who they think might have gave them up to the Empire.
Well,
the
Imperials showed up, and he's like, I'm still going to get what I need, and or whatever he said, and flew off.
Yeah, they essentially brung the 5-0, and he was pissed and took,
He still took his cup, but didn't give them anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so he's fucking sharper, piece of shit, but...
After what you pulled, like they had to throw that line in there. And I thought it was fun, and we got to see Ezra. I mean, for people who saw the saber last episode and like maybe kids, they didn't quite get it, and then they saw him use it. And from my understanding is, I bit my tongue. Kanan didn't quite get it, until he saw it in action.
And it makes sense in a kids show.
Yeah.
For that to develop that way. I mean, I saw it.
Oh yeah.
But it's just. Obviously people like us who are
when I see a saber, the first
overanalyzing everything you see on television.
Yeah, and honestly, sabers, the first thing I do is I go to the saber to look at the design.
I want to see the hilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely want to see the hilt.
Yeah.
And if it's something that's just bizarre in the wrong way, it's just no.
Yeah.
Get it out.
I've seen what's his name? The Wookiee. We see him in the Clone Wars. We see him in the Bad Batch.
I don't remember his name. Why are you talking about them? But it's like it's wood and all that.
Chewie or QE or something like that.
It ain't Chewie.
No, I know. It's like something that reminds you of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got this cool little wooden look. Do you remember in Jedi Fallen Order, or it might be in the second one, or it might be both? Like you can find like a wooden.
You find
on Kashyyyk.
In there's chests that you find throughout the game.
Yeah.
That you can find different attachments and things and upgrades for your lightsabers.
There's a Kashyyyk one.
I never liked it, but it's there.
I thought it was kind of cool. Just me.
What's your favorite lightsaber design as far as the hilt?
I think there's something really cool about Luke's.
Me too. But episode 6, because episode 5 was Anakin's.
Yeah, I mean episode 6. Yeah,
me too. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's the first one I think of.
Yeah, I mean it's just a great just. Cool.
Well, it's kind of loosely based off of Obi-Wan's later design.
Yeah.
But it still is something more to it that looks a little more utilitarian, very sparse, very Spartan.
Yeah, and
very basic look.
And then the way it bottlenecks before it gets the emitter is really cool.
Yeah, but there's no elegance to it.
I think my least favorite one ever. Fucking Obi-Wan's episode 1.
Well, his or Qui-Gon's. Yeah.
Well, either.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of those
fucking
two.
just a red ass button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Which is funny because Luke's has a red button too, but it's just a little hidden. It's in a better spot.
Well, even Vader's has a red button.
Yeah, it makes it's red and black.
But Vader's is it's much shorter, at least in looks and appearance.
Yeah.
And there's so much. It's really thick.
It's like a big flashlight.
Yeah, it literally looks like a mag light.
It's cool looking, but it's like when I've held replicas, it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of Luke so much more. Like it's still like I said, it's a lot less.
And this is
elegant.
we're talking about the movies, obviously, because in the expanded universe, I've seen some pretty cool.
Well, I'm not going to go there, but I'm going to say that like with Dooku's and all these other characters, like there's an elegance to them. The casing.
Yeah.
Whereas Luke's looks like something that's been pieced together from scrap.
Yeah.
And it's got this look like these things have been just found and put together. It's got this very rustic look.
For some reason, I kind of like Yoda's. I don't know why. I know it's short, but I like the way it looks.
I like Yoda's. I don't like Sidious's.
Yeah, I kind of like...
Even though they fit those characters. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying, and Dooku's the same way. Like, I always loved that idea of that because, for one, it belonged to Dooku.
Yeah.
But when you really boil it down, it's got a toyish look to it.
I heard
you get that big red trigger on the end of it.
Forgot about that. I held the replica. I actually felt the same way I kind of felt about Sidious, is it looked a little fancy.
Yeah.
The replica did, at least. I'll tell you what, though. When I was holding that thing, I was like, this feels like it may be harder for me because I'm used to something straight, you know. But
makes sense.
It's in the lore. It's designed for one-on-one combat, so that's what it is.
Hey, whatever. I mean,
yeah,
ain't a big deal with me. Like I said, my favorite is, like I said, episode 6 Luke's.
Yeah, episode 6 Luke's. It's something special about it. I think it looks cool. So anyways, that's pretty much it. It's always a fun episode. And yeah, guys, if you want to support us, leave a comment down below. Check back next the Thursday. If you don't want to wait, check us out on Patreon. Bye-bye.